Before we get started, I'd just like to apologize that I couldn't be there in person today to give this presentation. I had an opportunity that should become a little bit more clear later on in this presentation that I felt I needed to take to get even more valuable data for the project. But let's get started. Thank you for joining me in being able to give you guys a quick review and update on my thesis project. So today I'll just be giving a quick overview of the high-level concepts in where it began and kind of how it slightly adjusted with the user research and journey mapping that I was able to complete so far. Also be giving an update on kind of where the production is going before the next update, and give a little visual updates on the prototype and the app and the visual direction that I'll be taking for this thesis project. So to give a quick reminder of what my thesis project was, or the concept summary that I was working with before I began some of the user journeys and on-site observation studies, was pretty much looking at improving the sign-in process, or modernizing some of the background administration on film production sets to make things a little bit more easier and to kind of save time on movie sets. This was the quick kind of journey map that I created just kind of off memory of kind of previous experiences of working on sets, just to kind of give a quick overview for people that maybe aren't familiar with production sets. But generally, a lot of time is spent kind of in holding or just waiting for something to happen, or a lot of time is waiting in lines to be processed. But there's a lot of just administration or waiting time. But this is kind of just what I drew before I was able to get onto an actual set to complete a user journey map. It's always been my goal with this thesis project not to just present an app or just a solution to an individualized problem, but to look at an entire system and to maybe identify a unique opportunity to help more than one person. So one of the opportunities that I'm currently taking, and that I should be on site when you guys hear this, is being able to compare a local Canadian production with an American production, and one that's film content is about civil rights, equality, and a production that is promoting itself as being fully accessible, with staff, background, actors, and all of the sort that come from all sorts of different backgrounds and different ability sets of the like. Mainly because I'm hoping that my app can kind of maybe fill a gap for marginalized communities in the city for a unique employment opportunity, while also being able to build upon social skills that they might not have any ability to gain practice with. So with that, this is my new adjusted high-level concept. Kind of the idea that there's more opportunity in not just modernizing or maybe adding more efficiency to the background administration services, but there's also a unique opportunity to give a whole wide range of people practice in both social skills and maybe even professional career skills. So this was kind of just some of the stakeholders that I had identified before, and some of the additional stakeholders that I've identified now with kind of the altered thesis. Moving more into the production side of things, this is just showing what I had envisioned as the kind of deliverable set that I wanted to go with, and kind of the notes or the ideas that I was thinking about for each of the main interaction points for the app. Luckily, though, Apple had just recently introduced the newest iOS beta. So this is a more updated kind of deliverable set. I guess more with reasoning for why I feel that it's necessary for the final presentation. Just kind of going off of the idea that I'm trying to build a narrative for people that maybe aren't aware of how film production goes, or how background acting goes, but that it can relate to things that people find in their everyday life, or that people can understand the opportunity or the potential roadblocks that somebody might face that this app could help overcome. I'll finish off with giving an update on what I'll be focusing on for the next update, or at the very least this week. I've currently completed my almost documentation of the app, or the system's map, that I'll be hopefully converting over to a web page documentation. The idea being that if this is something that people are using in different organizations or different sets and productions, that there'll need to be documentation that's kind of universal, that they can read up on and inform themselves with. So I've currently transferred that over to Figma. My goal this week is to kind of just bring over the iOS visual guidelines, kind of like for the toolbar and whatnot. I've also began creating the app in Xcode. The idea here kind of being almost like a dev mode tester for now, to test the NFC and scanning login, and being able to pull up people's profiles to verify their identity. And that's where I'm currently at with my thesis. I've included all of these files in a zip in our Discord if anyone wanted to take a deeper look, or to provide any more critiques or feedback. All is welcome. Thank you for listening to this update, and I hope everyone has a good day.